Well, are you ready for your weekend tune-up? I am, and let's get started. Okay, come on over onto your hands and your knees. Remember, if your knees are sensitive, either take a little blanket and put it under your knees, mine aren't, or double over your mat. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. And let's do a couple of cat-cows because it's just the best warm-up to stretch out your spine, especially if you've been sitting in front of a desk. Curl your toes under on an inhale and hollow out your lower back. And exhale, flatten the tops of your feet, round your spine, pull your bellies in, tuck your chin, drop your tail. Inhale, curl your toes under, lifting your tail, lengthening through your neck. And come on back into neutral. Extend your left leg or right leg straight out behind you. Doesn't matter, we're going to do both sides. Opposite arm straight out in front. Reach and stretch. Feel your core engaging. Breathe. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, release. Opposite arm and leg, reaching and stretching. Now, you could flex the foot or point it. Your choice. One or the other helps to engage different muscles in the leg. Reaching and stretching and releasing. Getting these shoulders ready for work in the yard. Let's inhale. Sweep the right arm up. Exhale. Thread it under and release your shoulder and the side of your face, and then extend the other arm straight out in front. Nice stretch here for your upper back and your lower back. The twisting actually in the upper back. And just breathe into this. This should feel super great on your spine. Feeling supported, letting go, exhaling fully. One last exhalation. And then draw the arm in front, back up, and let's do the other side. Sweep the arm up, exhale, thread it under, release your shoulder and the side of your face onto the floor, and tippy-toe the fingers of the right arm straight out in front. I want your focus to be on your exhalations. The reason for that is because you'll notice inhalation feels a little intense because there's an intent. Usually when we're inhaling, we're getting ready to say something, do something. But when we exhale, we're ready to find a little stillness, calm, peace, and maybe listen, perhaps think. Reflect. So notice the difference of the feeling. And then draw the front arm back. And let's do some strengthening here for shoulders, arms, upper body with dolphin pose. So take your fingers, interlock them, bring your baby finger of the bottom hand inside so you don't really crush it here. And then bring your forearms onto the mat. Curl your toes under and lift your hips up and don't let your head touch the floor. And breathe. An inversion that gets extra blood supply to the head, face, neck region. Again, don't hold your head in any unusual position. Let it take the flow off the end of your neck. So you can feel your triceps working here. You can feel the stretch in the backs of your legs. One more inhalation and a nice exhalation. And come on, all the way down. Coming into proper child's pose now, where the spine is nicely rounded and arms beside the body. So we're just relaxing the arms now, and we're stretching out the lower back area. And then come on right down onto your tummies, because the back obviously is very important. I'm often hearing people after gardening that they, have sore backs. So let's practice Salabhasana. In fact, no, we'll do that afterwards. We're going to practice Salabhasana proper. Bring your legs together. Have your forehead on the mat. Arms beside your body with your palms facing up and your fingers reaching towards your feet. Roll an invisible alley with your nose until you're looking right down at the mat. On an inhale, just lift the upper part of your body up. Just the upper part. Strengthening the lower back. Strengthening the heart. Now it's easier here to exhale because of the pressure on your diaphragm. And that's where I want you to focus, to stay calm, keeping the body more receptive to releasing stress and tension. One more inhale, exhale. Come on all the way down. Turn your head to the right for a moment. Big toes touch, heels splay out, and let your shoulders melt. Back bends are cardiovascularly demanding. We're working with gravity. So I just want you to gather up your energy here before we do what I'm going to call a little bit of swimming on our tummies. Okay, so bring the arms straight out in front. It's going to be more like a flutter kick. Very energizing, but very strengthening again for shoulders and the entire back of your body. So your palms are facing down, tops of your feet are flat, your toes are pointing backwards, hips and pelvis press into the floor. Roll an invisible alley. And then on an inhale, lift your hands in your feet and do a flutter kick. Woof. Quit when you need to. Just going to do a few more. We don't work the muscles in the back of the body, so these are always a little bit more strenuous for most of us. And then bring your arms beside your body. Turn your head to the left side. Big toes touch, heels splay out, shoulders melt. Take a good rest here. Very, very cardiovascularly demanding. So when it comes to getting exercise, the truth of the matter is we don't need to bust our chops. Yoga, swimming, and walking are 3 of the healthiest and best exercises. 20 minutes minimum, 3 to 4 times a week is good. Most important is that you enjoy what you do. That is important. If you don't like swimming, don't swim. Basically. But, walking and yoga really are for everybody. Okay, take your arms now out to the side, shoulder height. We're going to lift the left leg up, going to roll over onto your right hip, and you're going to tap the floor with your big toe. Feel that stretch through the hip flexor, the front of the thigh, and the release to the lower back, and back over and down. Other leg up and over. Tap the floor. Notice what's being stretched and enlivened. And back over and down. Let's do the other side once again. So you're rolling over onto your side. And back over and down. And the other leg one more time. Bending at the knee, rolling over onto your left hip, and letting the big toe mound or the side of the big toe touch the floor. And that will do. press yourself up. Okie dokie. So step your left foot forward. We're going to do our sideways prayer pose. Bring your right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Open up your palm to face the ceiling. Bring the other hand on top in the mirror image. Now bring your head back to center. Curl your back toes under. And lift your back knee off the floor, straighten the leg. Wonderful twist posture, keeping the spine enlivened, rejuvenated, flexible and supple. So important. Breathe. Bring your palms to the floor. Step your left leg back. Walk your dog. So feel the stretch before you change. Take as much time as you need. Please give your head a little bit of a shake. Just so you know your neck is relaxing. If you haven't, change, bending one leg, straightening the other. Breathe into the stretch. Feel the muscles that are being stretched. And come on back down onto your knees. Let's bring the opposite leg forward. Left leg. Curl your back toes under. Bring your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Open the palm. Bring the other hand on top. Again, focus your gaze for balanced postures. You're curling the back toes under. Lifting the back knee off the floor. And breathe. This should feel really nice on your spine. And of course, we're giving some TLC to stretching out the shoulders. So just breathe, practicing mindfully. And another inhale. And on an exhale, bring your hands to either side of your front foot. Bring your back leg forward. And let's inhale. Come on up into Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Step your left leg back about 2.5 feet. Inhale, come on up into a low lunge. Now, bring your arms into cactus. Extend your arms straight in front and then open your left hand out. Back to the front and back to cactus. Inhale, up. Exhale, in front, open up, and let's come into Warrior Two. Turn your palms down. Have a look at your back arm that is level with the front. Shoulders are directly over your hips and your wrists are basically over your ankles. Lower your back arm, down your back leg, but reach up. Energy is up, not down. And windmill the torso, and then bring your front forearm onto your front thigh. Take that back arm over and come into Parsvottanasana, side angle bend. Inhale, straighten your front leg and open your arms into Trikonasana. Inhale, come on up. Turn your feet so they're pointing just slightly out. And now take your, I'll do the mirror image, left hand over to your right foot. And if it doesn't go that far, just take it to wherever it goes and sweep the other arm up. And let's go to the other side without coming up. Taking your right hand over to your left foot. Both hands down, tense your fingers in front. Let's lunge over to the right side. Up and over to the other side. One more time, over to the first side. And last time, over to the second side. Inhale, rolling up. Turn your feet. Let's turn to the opposite direction here. So once again, your front foot 90 degrees forward, your back right foot is about 60 to 70 degrees forward. Bend that front knee. Inhale, sweep the arms up, bringing the arms into cactus, extending the arms straight out in front. Open up the right arm to the back, back to the center, arms in cactus, reaching straight up, taking them shoulder height. Open that arm like you were pulling back the bow of an arrow. And then let's take it right into warrior two. So your palms are now facing down. Have a look. Remember, you want your big toe to be visible inside of your front knee. Try not to lean your torso forward. Pressing into the outside of your back foot. Now lower your back arm, down your back leg, reach the other one up. Energy goes up. Coming back to warrior two. Bring your forearm onto your front thigh. Windmill that arm down, around and over your ear into side angle pose. Reaching and stretching. Inhale, straighten your front leg, and then take both arms, one straight down, one straight up, into triangle pose, Trikonasana. Inhale, come on all the way up, come back to center, walk your feet in, give your legs a little bit of a shake out. Sometimes balance is involved in some of the work that we're going to do out in the garden because we're putting one foot maybe on the shovel. So let's just try and balance here on one leg and then mobilize your ankle joint while you're balanced. So rotating, pointing and flexing. So core stabilizing muscles need to be used. Your thighs, your hips. And then can you straighten the leg in front? And bend. Straighten and bend. Straighten and bend and release. And give that leg a good shake out. Shaking all over. Okay, let's try the other leg. All right, so mobilizing ankle joint, pointing, flexing, rotating, whatever feels good. So important to keep these joints lubricated, which is exactly what you're doing. Okay, can we straighten the leg and bend? Straighten and bend, straighten and bend. Oh, let's do one more. Straighten, and give the legs a good shake out. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, coming halfway up. Exhale, float the torso down, bend the knees. Inhale, sweep the arms up, interlock your fingers, make a church steeple. Bring your arms beside your ears. Inhale, lift up out of your waist. Exhale to the left. Nice, big, long stretch. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, bending to the other side. Notice how beautiful your exhalation feels, how peaceful and calming it is. Inhale, reaching up. And now tilt your head back and let your arms come right beside your ears. Stretching the front of your spine, creating space for all of your organs. This is the time of year when we start eating a little more light foods, or we will be soon enough. And this helps to cleanse the body, but yoga is really and truly the best little housekeeping tool you could have for cleaning things out. Inhale, standing up straight. Exhale, forward fold. And now a wonderful stretch for your lower back is malasana. So take your feet about 2 feet apart, and you're going to drop your hips towards the ground. So this should feel really good on your lower back. Now, if you can't get your heels on the floor, you could always use a rolled up blanket. In fact, you should have one for every class handy. Protect your knees. So you can give your heels a little bit of elevation if that's an issue. But malasana is a wonderful posture. It's the way a lot of women in third world countries give birth. But it feels great on your lower back. And then inhale. Come on up. Exhale. Come on down. Inhale, come on up. So clearly strengthening the thighs. Exhale, come on down. 2 more times. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Okay, come on over onto your backs. Alrighty, lift your shoulder blades up, tuck them under, tilt your chin towards your chest. Feet are flat on the floor, heels are close to your bum, your arms are beside your body. Press the small of your back into the floor. Peel your spine off the floor and slowly lift your hips up. As high as you can, and then starting from the top of your spine, slowly bring it all the way back down. And release the lower back. Arms are beside the body, palms are facing down. Press the small of your back into the floor. Peel your spine off the floor. Lifting up, pressing up. Can you take your right leg up into the air? Again, strengthening the thighs and the hips, and bring that leg down and the other leg up. And back down, and one more press of the hips up. And slowly bring it all the way back down. Bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees splay out in supine Baddha Konasana. Stretching the inner thigh, adductor muscle. All of these muscles get lots of work when we're about to begin yard work, gardening, grass cutting, hedge trimming, tree trimming, whatever it is. If you're lucky enough to have a yard, you want to be ready to enjoy the whole process of maintaining and beautifying what Mother Nature provides for us. Bring your knees together. Draw your knees in towards each other. Extend your left leg out in front. With your left hand on the outside of your right knee, let's bring that right knee over to the left. Extend your right hand out to the side. So just releasing any of the tension that could still be lingering in the hips, and we may have added a little from the work that we did, but we can let it go. Just breathe into it, especially exhaling. You can always mentally ask your body to let go, to release, keeping a little bit of pressure. Inhale, bring that knee back to center. Draw the other knee up and extend the right leg down in front with your right hand on the outside of your left knee. Roll over onto your right hip. Extend your left arm out to the left side. Breathing now into your left hip, thigh, glute. Spring is a time of rejuvenation, rebirth, rethinking, planning, dreaming. But most importantly, it all happens best when we breathe deeply and exhale fully. Inhale, bring that knee back to center, and then bring the other knee in, and then come over onto your side, pressing yourself up. And let's just take a moment to make sure. Put something under your hips so you can sit tall and sit comfortably. And then close your eyes for a moment. Breathing in, be aware of what that feels like. And breathing out, notice what that feels like. Breathing in is birth. Breathing out is death. Death is not literal, let's face it. We look at Mother Nature and we think that certain things have died only to be reborn in the spring. So it's a phenomena that we share with nature. That process of taking in oxygen and taking and leaving carbon dioxide for Mother Nature to take in and give us back oxygen. It's a beautiful symbiotic relationship, which is why we need to honor, love, and take care of all the trees, all the plants. They're giving us a lot more than beauty and joy. They're giving us life. So here's to life. Have a great rest of the day. Namaste.